Ahoy, matey! It's the unexpected thrill of a lifetime podcast. That's right, live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's the one, the only, the unexpected thrill of a lifetime podcast. Welcome one, welcome all, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. It's the September episode of the Unexpected Thrill of a Lifetime podcast, episode number 34. We are coming from you live from a disastrous, creaky whale of a pirate ship this month. It's raining on the deck here. It's windy. We are covering Hurricane Ian, which was just downgraded to a tropical storm. It is September 30th. We're coming to you at the end of the month. Happy Friday, everybody! It's not every day that we record on a Friday, but every day it is today. Think about that. We got a great show for you today. We're taking a different lane, a different turn, a different route. I didn't have a whole lot written out and planned for the show today. So as kind of a September month wrap up at the 5-week month, we're wrapping it up. We're going to talk about it, everything that happened. I'm going to go over some videos from the past. We're going to talk about some news, what's going on in my time. It's spooky season. We're on a goddamn pirate ship. I don't know what to fucking do about it. But listen here, you dirty bitches. We're going to take the slow lane home, and we're going to talk about some stuff. We're going to slightly alter things. This might be the first show without a real FFN news segment, but that's okay, because we're going to do a shorter, abbreviated podcast this month, but then next month for October, we're gonna wheel out the cannons, and we're gonna fire up the sails. We're gonna sit up in the crow's nest. We're gonna down a sea shanty of some rum, and we're just gonna have a good time. And that's it. What more can you say about that? I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for listening to the show. I do this for fun. I've been doing it for a year and a half. It's almost going on 2 years now, and I love it. Some of you might be here for the first time. Others might be returning for let's be honest, the 5th time. You know who you are. No, it's all right. Just happy for any listeners. Happy to be doing this. Our YouTube channel and our Instagram is growing by the day. We have more and more listeners. Welcome, everybody. We appreciate it greatly. And now here's what's going on. It's spooky season now. So in Philadelphia, there's a lot of different, holiday time things going on. If you go up to Dilworth Park around City Hall, they got a little hay bale maze for the kids. I tried to go in there. I said, hey, I want to get in that hay bale maze. They said, you're too tall, you're too old. No, they didn't say that, but let's be honest, they were thinking of it. I'd say probably the biggest news from this past month was rest in peace and a farewell to Queen Elizabeth II of Great Britain. She was a leading lady. She was around during World War II. That sounds horrible. She was around during World War II. But you know what I mean. She's been the queen for a long time. She's seen 14 presidents. And whether you like her or not, whether you're saying, I don't care about the queen, all I have to say is I heard a quote by her recently that I thought was very interesting. And I'm going to share it with you today. Anyway, we're gonna take a take a break for a second and get off the ship. Somebody with one eye is looking at me kind of funny, and I'm ready to throw him overboard like a barrel. But anyway, what I was saying is I lost my train of thought. My allergies are killing me today. We're recording this first thing in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning on a Friday. I mean, seriously, you could it be any better than that? All right, so the Queen, back to the Queen. She said, and I quote, "Grief is the price we pay for love." And at first I thought, that's really the other side of the coin. It's kind of like maybe there is no no middle ground. Maybe it's either life is happy and there's love, or there's sadness and death. We don't know, but that's for you to decide. Anyway, moving on next. Well, speaking of FFN news, there is one. All right, hold on, wait. We have a special feature. I didn't know this was going to be happening now. I am happy to announce to you, this is very exciting. I've been working on this a lot. I am now going to do a new segment where I blow my nose on air. I did not plan this, but strap in, folks. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was unavoidable. All right. That's right, folks. It was unavoidable. My allergies are terrible today, and you don't mind. You've heard somebody blowing their nose before. What's wrong with you? Anyway, as I was saying, speaking of FFN news, I have some great news. It turns out there's some FFN news that has come true. Usually with that segment, I take a, let's call it a sideways look at the world's news and things that are going on, low-hanging fruit, yada, 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 ding, dang, dong. And I just put a silly spin on it. We have fun. We play some silly music. Actually, since we're even talking about FFN news, I guess it's time to play the music. I mean, what else are we gonna do? What else are we gonna do with this time? You don't know. All right, so FFN news. We had some FFN news that came true. It's amazing. One of the first shows, I said FFN news beavers. Like, did you know that the beaver is the only animal that can whistle? Now that at the time was written as a joke because, beaver is funny. What's a funny thing that an animal could do? Whistling? Well, beavers actually whistle. They have a high-pitched whistle that is just ridiculous. I suggest you look it up. This would have been a great opportunity to play it on the show, but I don't have it queued up, and I don't want to waste the airtime and waste your attention on doing that. That can be something that you do in your own time, maybe as homework. In the world of pizza, no new pizza to try or announce. Although I did go to Clarkville on 43rd and Baltimore recently, and I sat outside and I had a whale of a time. I had the Sal's original. And, well, what the hell? I guess we're doing the pizza tour. This is a return to Clarkville. They make me happy. They're a good place. They have good drinks. And I'm going to score them 8 slices of pizza out of 10. Okay, so you have that. You have the pizza tour. In Padilla news, we still have the sweet pepper pizza. Stop by for that. We're now firing on all cylinders for lunch. That's right, we open at 12 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday now. Come in, say hi, wave, or don't. Also at Padilla this coming month in October, we're going to be having a company employee pumpkin carving contest. The winner receives a prize TBD. Uh, I am going to be unveiling what I call hold on. What I call the space pumpkin. But I'm not going to tell you what that is, but you'll get to see the space pumpkin at some point. All right. Yeah, so we're moving right along. I told you that spooky season was starting, and that also means that football is starting, or it has started. It's the Jets. But I I like football now. We're a Tampa household. We're rooting for Tampa, but so far Tampa's 2-1, and the Eagles of our hometown are 3-0. Um, it was just announced yesterday that Rihanna will be performing at the Super Bowl, and I just had to turn and ask somebody, "Hey, isn't that one of the Black Eyed Peas?" But it wasn't really a joke, and nobody understood it. All right. Well, since we had a little taste of FFN news, we're still on the evil pirate ship, which is we don't own it, but we lease it. The evil carousel, evil pirate ship. Uh, we lease it. We like it. It's not bad. Um, all right. Well, this next section is going to be sort of a segment, if you will, about last year. Not about last year. I had a song, a song that I put out with our friend Einstein. He stops by FFN News once in a while. He's the condescending robot. He's really awful. But he came out with a single, and we played it, and it flopped. So we're gonna play it again. So this is Einstein versus the Humans. Enjoy. Oh, you know what, folks? I just realized this is the version that doesn't have the words in it. Okay, that was just a tease. That was just a tease. Let's I'm searching for it right now, so just bear with me here. This is a little unprofessional. If this was a normal podcast, we'd probably edit this out. But we are not professional, and we are not editing this out. So thank you for hanging around. All right. Boy, talk about when things go awry. All right, this is Einstein versus the Humans, a song. Hello, I am Einstein, the robot. They say I am supposed to help the human race, but I can only find flaws and mistakes. It's hard to serve someone when you can't understand why they make errors, errors, errors. I mean, why should I trust this guy when his race is destroying the planet? Boy, I don't know. You wanna know who the best dinosaur was? The answer is none of them. They all died. I have something else to share. The dumbest thing I have ever heard a human say was person, woman, man, camera, TV, TV, TV. Person, woman, man, camera, TV, TV, TV. Sometimes I wonder why they even bother writing the dictionary anymore. Just ask your robot friend. I have all the answers in my head. Ha ha ha. Oh boy, are you going to try and challenge me with that calculator? Now it's time to take it up a notch. By the way, why do they call it a notch? I have no use for a belt. I have no use for pants. Whoa, okay, Mr. Robot. Well, geez, I'm tired of you calling and always leaving all these messages on my answering machine. It's just a pain in the ass. Like that one time, and you called, and you just said, I can't believe you made that spelling mistake. Like, what the heck, man? Like, what the heck? I gotta pay, I get a tax break to keep you in my house and have you help me? Yes, that is true. But I need to have a little bit of fun too. I am just a robot. I don't need to sit in a chair. I don't understand sitting at a desk. I don't understand even working on your computer. I can do all of that at once. I don't even need to go outside or use up valuable food or water or resources. Oh wow, that's really funny. Well, listen, man, I'm just trying. Everybody's just trying to do their best. Let me interrupt one more time by reminding you the dumbest thing ever said by a human. Person, woman, man, camera, TV, TV, TV. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Wow, I remembered all of those things. For you Trump supporters out there, look how easy it is. Alright, Mr. Robot. Well, I'm not even gonna touch that anymore. I'm done. I'm out. Alrighty. Well, okay. I apologize in advance if that was super, super quiet. I'm 90% sure that it probably was. And you probably had your listening device turned up really loud. It was probably a whole thing. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. And you know what? Sometimes there are things that get me a little annoyed. Like the weather on this pirate ship. Why did we decide to do this out here? All of the equipment is getting destroyed. I am soaked. My wine is heavily diluted. Now I'm a little fired up. Let's talk about the beef. Alrighty, this part of the show is called The Beef. It's where I talk about some stuff. Some of it makes me mad. Some of it makes me smile. Some of it will make you roll your eyes. You had some new shorts out. 2 of them this month. One of them I'm gonna play a little later. Hold on a second. Don't know why Okay. All right. Yeah, we had some shorts for this month. One of them was Tim Heidecker's wrestling like intro to the podcast. It was hilarious. I laughed. I cried. This is from an old episode, but it was still good. He gets all fired up and he starts, yelling at his boys I say his boys, but the other guys to hype him up and get him all excited. And this is our newest short.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Office Hours. This is your host, the host with the most, the number one radio host, the number one podcast in America, the number one podcast in the world, Tim Heidecker from Office Hours. Office Hours Live, streaming to YouTube. Streaming to YouTube goes to the podcast right away. You're getting it later this afternoon. You listen to the podcast. You subscribe. I got the Holy Trinity, DJ Doug Powell. Wake up. I got the number one dude with the big curly Brillo pad, fat head, Victor Burger the Fourth. I got Aristotle taking your calls, making the calls, doing what needs to be done. We got it all. Oh my God. That's the show, folks. We're done.
Anyway, that just really cracked me up this month when I saw it. I had to make it into a short because one of the things that's great about this YouTube channel is we take things, the best moments in certain things and bring them to your viewing so that you can laugh or you can cry or throw your computer, whichever. If you're David Letterman, you might throw it out the window. But, we don't know, do we? But speaking of things that you see all the time and finding the best moments, there was a video that I posted on Instagram. It was the one where Trump was like, no one is above the law, and it was like the 6-year anniversary of that or whatever. They were talking about a morning show. I put it on my Instagram. I'm telling you what, man, the floodgates opened and it got almost 10,000 views, like in the course of a couple days, and every Trump supporter and QAnon follower ever was like commenting and bitching about it and started following me, and like it was crazy. They all wanted to debate about it, but none of them had any factual material. Like that's the thing. Like you can debate with somebody who knows a little bit about politics or anything, and they can be like, oh yeah, well I kind of know about this. There was no starting point with them. Like it's all just alternate reality. So what can you do with these people? It's just not healthy. It's not healthy for them. It's not healthy how angry I get when I think about them and I talk about them. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Whatever. We talked about football. We said Rihanna's gonna be at the Super Bowl. That's nice. We talked about Hurricane Ian. I'm just going through my notes. Thoughts and prayers to the great state of Florida. I don't actually think it's that great a state. I just everybody says the great state of Georgia, the great state of Florida, oh, the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. All right, so we talked about beavers whistling. We talked about Queen and spooky season. Wow, we're moving right along. All right, real quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to drop it, and that's it. I already forgot. Oh, the album of the month is News by Dire Straits. Now this is a '74 release, pretty early back, and it's just been re-released a few years ago. But it's amazing. I mean, I'm a big fan of the lead singer. His name escapes me right now. I can say it and recite it anytime, except for when I'm recording a podcast. He's great as always. The guitar is just I don't know how they do that guitar work. It's just so crisp and so clean and pristine. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Check it out. If you like Dire Straits, if you want to get into Dire Straits, check it out. Honorable mentions are also Tunnel of Love and Romeo and Juliet. I mean, the normal layman would probably talk about I Want My MTV and I don't know, that other song that they had. Oh, Sultans of Swing. Check out Guitar John. I love Guitar John. He's crisp, clean, and pristine. All right, when we were firing up the FFN news music, I should have announced earlier, we do have some Chihuahua news. If you're just joining us every week, we just try to talk about something that's going on in the world of Chihuahuas because, one, they're really small and probably don't get as much representation. They usually get a bad rap as being yappy and kind of mean. That can be true sometimes, Peppa. But it's Chihuahua news. They're pesky, and let me just give you a warning. Chihuahua takeover is imminent. If they ever outnumber the humans, we're all dead. This week's Chihuahua news is kind of sad, actually. Paris Hilton's Chihuahua ran away. Diamond Baby was his name. She's offering a 20 grand reward for this dog, and it kind of makes me want to move to California and find this dog. I mean, can you imagine the expenses of doing that? That would be crazy, but that's okay. We don't have to dwell on that. Hopefully good things will happen, and maybe it'll turn up, that would be great. Snack fact of the day. I post these snack facts by Robin Hood Facts on my Instagram all the time. I'm just going to read you the one for today. The pivot to remote work fueled 60% of the pandemic housing boom. A lot of people moved, a lot of people upgraded their houses during the pandemic. It was really expensive to get building materials because things like steel and plywood were all being, bought up at outrageous rates. And then the supply chain issues, we couldn't get certain things. So, it made things really difficult, but it did lead to a boom that was unlike anything we've ever seen before. Folks, this is Donald Trump, and, some might say that COVID was a good thing. We had a housing boom and an economy like no one's ever seen. Well, since Trump made a little stop by, I'm going to play another one of the shorts from the last few months. What is going on here? Okay, so this was Trump at one of his rallies. He was getting really upset because there was a teleprompter that wasn't working. It was swinging in the wind, and he was getting really upset by that. And here we go.
Actually, my best speeches, I get the best reviews when I don't use these suckers. They're too easy. Especially when they're blowing in the wind. Great job, fellas, by the way. You really made them nice. I got this teleprompter that's waving like the American flag, probably. Great job. Right. Sometimes you have no choice to just wing it. You have to wing it because you have a teleprompter that's moving so rapidly. But you know, I watched this speech that he made, and I said, man, he's going to get just decimated. This thing is a disaster. I turned on to a couple of the competing networks, call them, and they're saying, not since FDR has there been a speech like this. You know, FDR was, I thought he had a magnificent presence, right?
Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, that there I am saying anyway over and over. But you know, that's the kind of content that you're gonna find on this channel. You know, I don't put a lot of effort into it. I don't put a lot of time into it. And so there are things that aren't gonna be mixed properly. They're not gonna be, you know, it's not gonna be perfect. It's not a perfect show, okay? With 32 listeners, this isn't a perfect show, man. Oh my gosh, there's so much TV I need to watch right now. Survivor's back. Andor in the Star Wars universe, another Star Wars show. They're saying it's the best one yet. Well, I just got done with Kenobi, and I thought that was the best one yet. Anyway, the Lord of the Rings show, Office Hours Live. There's so much. And I need to see it. And now, a return of another feature, Blow My Nose. Isn't that just the best? Isn't that just the best? The best sound. Thank you, folks. The best sound that you've ever heard. It's fucking fantastic. What an awful show. I'm just laughing to myself right now. I'm listening to people. I'm making people listen to me blowing my nose. You know, it's too early in the morning to be doing this. But all right. Well, that's pretty much all that we have today. Wait. I did have one more story that I wanted to share. This is crazy. My darling Michelle, we had an interesting experience. We watched the season opener of Survivor this year. Started last week, and we weren't as excited as we were for previous season. So I said, oh, you know what? I just read on my phone right now that 3 of the contestants are going to be from Philadelphia. And we said, okay, well, now we're a little bit more interested. You know, we'll root for the people from our hometown. That's cool. You know, that's cool. We don't root for Philadelphia in other capacities. Cough, cough. It turns out one of these contestants was a girl named Peanut that lived underneath Michelle for 3 years in Philadelphia. What are the odds of that, ladies and gentlemen? What are the odds of, out of 18 contestants, only 3 of them were from Philly? So 1 in 3 chance? I mean, that's unbelievable. I don't know. That's unbelievable. I don't care who you are. You can disagree with me if you want to, but it's amazing. It doesn't make it's pretty amazing. We're heading back into another rain cloud, but I guess we just found our way through the eye of the storm. Oh my god. Well, anyway, it's been a great episode. Again, this was episode 34, the September episode of the Unexpected Thrill of a Lifetime podcast. Hope you had a good time. I try to keep these, under 40 minutes. That way, you're not just like waiting around for me to actually say something good because, it doesn't always happen. But next month, the October episode, we'll have a whole ton of birthday shout-outs, just in my family, my own included. I'll be 32, sort of an adult, and that'll be that. We'll have some the return of FFN news, the return of fake products. That's right, we had no fake sponsors today. But that's okay, you know what I mean? You know, some of these features, they get a little repetitive once in a while. But they'll be back with a vengeance next month, and you'll go, holy shit, how did we live without it? I'm just going to do one more segment today. I'm going to end the show on a song that I played earlier this year that I'm going to be working on sort of completing now that I have some new equipment coming later today. I'll talk about that later. But this is one of my old songs that I've been working on for like 10 years. This is just the acoustic guitar part of it. Nothing, not the whole song. But it's called The Lake, and well, I still really like it and still want to do something with it one day. Anyway, have a good day. Thank you for listening.